For this training scenario, we have dogs passing at a distance behind us on a trail. I want to reward any time the dog looks calmly behind her at the dog passing, but chooses not to turn, face the dog, or throw any rude body language. This will not only help her understand that dogs passing are a good thing, but also teach her the appropriate body language for future greetings. There will also be situations where my dog is acting inappropriately to another dog. In this case, she is lunging out to two small dogs ahead, frontally aligning, and freezing just for a second. So here instead, I'm going to reward her for disengaging and turning away. Now that we are going to begin practicing out on the trails, we need to instill some emergency behaviors should we encounter dogs. I want to begin by practicing an emergency stop in a low distraction environment. From loose leash walking, I'm going to use a cue like "let's go," or I can use her name or a noise. Then I'm going to quickly pull off trail and reward her for following me. In this case, I find it helpful to put the dog in front of me and treat in between my knees so that I can visually block any distractions that might come up. I'm also doing a gentle collar grab here in case I need better control over my dog should a loose dog or distraction come too close. At the end of this, I'm going to use a release cue like "okay" to let my dog know that the exercise is finished. The next step for our emergency stop is going to be an emergency U-turn. Just like for our last exercise, I'm going to want to go from loose leash walking to immediate attention. I want to start without any actual distractions, but build up to where I can call my dog away from a potential problem in the make. Here I'm going from loose leash walking into using the cue "let's go," and then I'm going to make a sudden turn and reward her for following me. Now that we have a good watch cue, we can work into attention walking. This is basically just applying that watch cue on the move. So here I'm going to start from loose leash walking again, give my watch or attention cue, and then I'm going to give a treat for every step we take until release. This is a situation where I can't really over-treat here. I can continue to reward as long as she remains looking at me. Once I give my release cue, "okay," I'm going to stop treating and continue loose leash walking. Keep in mind that we want to reward where we would like our dog to be. So here I want her beside me, so I'm going to dispense treats from beside my leg. I'm going to use an emergency sit-stay to handle potential distractions on the trail or loose dogs while my dog remains in a sitting position. I'm going to put my dog into a sit-stay, turn my back, and as long as my back is turned, my dog has to remain in the sitting position. I'm going to turn to face my dog to release. For this, once I put my dog into a sit-stay and turn my back, I can continuously praise and treat even as I turn around until I release. I want to add those distractions in as quickly as possible, so here you'll see me yelling at an imaginary dog, punching at the air, and stomping in place during the stay. If for some reason my dog breaks stay while they're in position, I'll just reset them and try again. Just like for the attention walking, I reward during the exercise, but once I use my release cue, "okay," all the rewards stop. You can tell you're doing a good job if your dog doesn't really want to get up from the stay afterwards.